Forgotten about this nice rendition of More Than Words by Frankie J. Frankie J from originally from Mexico, but grew up in Southern California, coming in at number 32, up two from 34 the previous week. Fantasy playlist on November 6, 2005. Frankie J. Well, first off, this song was originally done by Extreme. It was a huge hit by Extreme early in 1991, around the spring of 1991. It was basically an acoustic guitar, very intimate record. It was written by Extreme. They had a few hits in the late 80s, early 90s, and More Than Words was one of their biggest hits. And Frankie J doing his spin on that record. Frankie J, formerly of a group, he joined a group called Cumbia. I believe it's called Cumbia Kings in 1999. It was a group that was founded by by the brother of Selena, who was tragically shot in 1995. She had a number of hit records back in the early to mid 90s. She had some nice records out back in the day. But he was with that group for a couple of years and signed a deal with Columbia Records, came out with his first CD in 2003, I Don't Want to Try. I think I remember that one quite vividly. Back in the summer of 2003, went to number 19 on Billboard's Hot 100. And then the album that came after that was called The One by Frankie J. Sugar was off that album, without the R. He did that song with Baby Bash, and that was hit off the album. So was this version of the Extreme record, More Than Words. The album, The One, it went plat. It sold off the shelf. It flew. The album, it debuted at number 3 on Billboard's Top 200 album charts. First week of release, the album sold 130,000 copies. First week of release. That is phenomenal. God, the hip hop artists were just selling unbelievably back in the 2000s. And it went platinum. Eventually went platinum. The song More Than Words, it's been covered by loads of people. David Cassidy, who recently passed away, he covered that song on an album he put out back in 2003. I think it's called A Touch of Blue. B-Mac, remember B-Mac? They did Back Here Baby back in 2000. They covered it. No surprise there. Westlife, the Britain's boy band, one of Britain's premier boy bands back in the 2000s, early to mid 2000s. Never became famous here in the States, but Westlife in England, from England, they covered that song on their debut album, which came out in 1999. So we got Frankie J putting his soulful interpretation on this record, More Than Words, at number 32 on my fantasy playlist, November 6, 2005.